Hey guys, welcome back to another week of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ron HD. So yeah, this is going to be a great time. Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm your host, Ron HD. And this week we watched a new Ridley Scott film starring Joaquin Phoenix, Napoleon, based on the historical ruler, conqueror, Napoleon Bonaparte. I thought this film was very engaging, I thought it was very interesting, and I thought I enjoyed it a lot. I thought that, of course, Joaquin Phoenix, being Joaquin Phoenix, had an amazing performance, and overall, it was just, as I said, very enjoyable. But before I'm going to go on a little tangent about how much I like this film, I'll tell you why I like this film and more. Back to the house.
I'm not built like other men.
Hey guys, welcome back to an episode of Ticket Tuesday. I'm Time HD, and this week we watched the new Ridley Scott film Napoleon, starring Joaquin Phoenix. By the way, there was a 1993 Napoleon. This is a different Napoleon, but yeah. This isn't about dogs, but yeah, this film is about a certain other guy, not a dog, Napoleon Bonaparte, the French conqueror, the French controversial historical figure. There's plenty of things historians have to say about this man. Whether you love him or hate him, he did have quite an impact on the world. He quite did, especially on France. He was very popular at that time, very, very popular when he was alive. And this movie kind of tells the tale of his rise and fall from a lowly general to emperor to exiled, right? It's like his whole story, and also in between that, it's his, his rocky relationship with his wife. Everything in between all that. And obviously, right off the bat, this film being a historical film, of course, every film like this always is going to have its inaccuracies. And obviously, some things in this movie may not have happened. Some things in this movie may have been in some different orders. And while I think sometimes that there could be problems with that, but overall, I think if you're just changing timelines or you're doing small things here and there, if you're not completely changing the story or changing the way events went, I think it's fine. If it's going into, historical fiction territory and you're not saying it's historical fiction, that's probably a problem, but I don't think there's a big issue with that. I think it's got to be made into a movie, right? And you got to dramatize it to make it entertaining. Because obviously, if you retold all the events the way they happened, sure, it could be interesting for history nuts, but for everybody else, it'd probably be boring, right? And the movie would probably be even longer than it already is. Plus, if you want the story, just watch a documentary, right? Just watch a documentary and then you'll get the story there. Now, let's get back to the film. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very good. It was slow-paced. I thought it was very well acted. I think, as I said, it was slow-paced, but I think the slow pace really helped the film. It's dramatic. It helped build up the drama, the tension, because I was taught about Napoleon in school, of course, but I forgot a lot of it because I was asleep a lot of the time in my first year. But, yeah. I thought that this film was very interesting, and all the while there were, as I said, not a lot, but there were in the historical inaccuracies. I do think it did make me interested in Napoleon Bonaparte, and maybe I could watch a documentary sometime. It did get me interested in his true story, what happened, and as I said, whatever you think of the man, he was very impactful. And yeah, also this film kind of displays him as sympathetic. You kind of feel for him, right? He was truly, glory for France and all that. And as I said, love him or hate him, I truly do think that he cared for France. Maybe he was ruthless, yes. Was he pretty big conqueror? Yeah. But, I mean, he really just was like a true patriot to France, and what that may mean, don't really know, but he truly did care. Or at least that's what I picked up from the film. Not saying that's how the real Bonaparte was, but in the film, that's how I picked him up as his character. And overall, I just found the film very, very enjoyable, and I would recommend it. I very much would recommend it if, you know, you're into history. I mean, obviously, if you can look past some of the inaccuracies, look past some of the things they skipped over, I do think you could get some enjoyment out of it, and I thought it was pretty good. And, you know, I would recommend it, and, you know, I really enjoyed it, and, you know, I think you would enjoy it if you're into this sort of thing. And to me, like, not to me, and with me on that, I am, with me on that, what I'm trying to say is, there is apparently, not apparently, there is going to be a longer, I think, around 4-hour long cut being released on streaming. Hopefully it comes out on physical or in some other capacity other than streaming, because I don't use Apple TV. But, yeah, if there's a longer cut, and I, for one, want to see that, because I enjoyed the film, so I want more content. But, if you enjoyed this film, enjoy this film, maybe wait for the longer cut, and maybe you'll get even more movie. Maybe they'll touch on more things, right? And, yeah. I would recommend it. And overall, I think I don't know if I'm being a little too nice. I don't know if this is a little recency thing, but I think I'd rate this an 8. An 8 out of 10. Yeah. And I think, yeah. I think that's all I need to say. Yeah, I think that's all I said. I've said my piece. So guys, hope you like this video. Share, friends, subscribe, there's notifications on. Comment down below how much you liked it. But you guys know how it goes. I didn't really mean to say it. What I really meant to say was if you guys hated this video, unsubscribe, doesn't tell me what you hate me in the comments. And I've been Runtime HD. And long live the Emperor! Signing off. You know, they've cast Joaquin Phoenix to play Napoleon Bonaparte. And I love Joaquin, alright? He's a great actor and everything. But, like, he's not short and fat. Like Napoleon was described. Like, in the whole joke is that he was like a dwarf. Like, literally, that's, like, all the political cartoons drew him like that. Whenever somebody makes fun of Napoleon, he's, like, this big. Like, come on. Hey, come on. I'm disappointed in you. You need to learn your lesson.